Mobility, being able to move more freely, often gets overlooked until you lose it. It can be by gaining more muscle or because of an injury. We're diving deep into specific mobility, exploring what it means, why it's important, and how you can improve it. We have spoken already about general mobility and freedom of movement, so let's get more specific, like your ankles, shoulders, lower back, and hips. Let's get started on this journey to unlock your full movement potential. Mobility is the ability of a joint to move actively through a range of motion. It's not just about flexibility, which is the ability of a muscle to stretch. Mobility combines flexibility with strength, coordination, and control. It's about moving your body freely and efficiently without pain or restriction. Think of mobility as active flexibility. What you can do in those ranges of motion, while flexibility is your ability to get into those ranges of motion. Whether you're lifting weights, running, or doing parkour, good mobility ensures that your joints move correctly, reducing the risk of injury and improving performance. It's like having well-oiled gears in a machine. Everything runs smoothly when mobility is optimal. Mobility is crucial for everyone, not just athletes. It helps you perform daily activities with ease and without pain. Investing time in improving your mobility can pay off immensely in your overall fitness and quality of life. Imagine being able to move effortlessly and without discomfort. That's the power of good mobility. Understanding what mobility is and why it's important is the first step, but there's more to mobility than just the physical aspect. When I first started coaching, I noticed that athletes who were more relaxed and mentally focused had better mobility and performed better overall. This led me to explore the mental side of mobility, which can be just as important as physical training. Believe it or not, mobility is as much a mental game as it is physical. Our brains play a crucial role in how our bodies move. Stress, anxiety, and even lack of focus can restrict our mobility. When we're tense or worried, our muscles tighten up and our movements become restricted. Mental relaxation techniques like deep breathing, meditation, and visualization can enhance your mobility. Deep breathing helps to calm the nervous system, reducing muscle tension and promoting relaxation. Meditation can help clear your mind and reduce stress, allowing your body to move more freely. Visualization, in particular, can help you mentally rehearse and perfect your movements, making them more efficient when you perform them physically. I once had an athlete who struggled with shoulder mobility. Despite stretching and strength training, his progress was slow. After adding mindfulness techniques as part of the warm-up and cool-down, he saw significant improvements. By reducing his mental stress and increasing his focus, his body became more receptive to the mobility exercises. Now that we've explored the mental side of mobility, let's take a look at how to achieve overall mobility, a crucial aspect of functional fitness. I remember when I first started adding animal movements to my workouts for full body mobility. I noticed a significant improvement in my performance and recovery. Achieving overall mobility is easier to get than you think. The priority is doing compound movements in resistance training. These are exercises that work multiple muscle groups, building strength across your range of motion. Think of exercises like squats, push-ups, and pull-ups. While we focus on body weight exercises, you can also use weights. Squats, for example, strengthen your legs and core while improving your hip and ankle mobility. Push-ups engage your chest, shoulders, triceps, and core, enhancing your shoulder and arm mobility. Pull-ups are great for building back and arm strength, while also improving shoulder mobility. If you want to take your mobility to the next level, practice moving in different ways like crawling, jumping, and climbing. I achieved this in two main ways. First, by engaging in sports that involve diverse movements, such as parkour and ninja warrior training. These activities require you to use your body in various dynamic ways. Second, I did animal movements in my workouts as a warm-up or cardio session. Movements like bear crawls, frog jumps, and crab walks not only make your workouts fun, but also improve your coordination and overall mobility. With a foundation in overall mobility, we can now focus on specific areas that often need extra attention. Let's start the ground up with the ankles. Your ankles play a vital role in nearly every movement, from walking and running to jumping and balancing. Restricted ankle movement can cause compensations in other parts of your body, such as your knees and hips, leading to potential injuries. First, let's see if there is a mobility issue. Be in a kneeling lunge about a fist away from the wall. If you cannot touch the wall with your knee without lifting your heels, then there is an issue. This should also be your test when seeing if you are getting better. If you feel is in the front of the ankle, it might be the bone, and it can happen from a past sprain. Do a kneeling lunge with a band pulling back on the bottom of the ankle and lean your knee forward and back. That pain should go away. If it was the muscles, stretch by doing a lunge on top of a bench or box and pull, bringing your knee down. This not only improves deep squats, but also reduces the strain on the knees. Improving ankle mobility can have a ripple effect on your entire body. With our ankles in check, let's move upward and focus on shoulder mobility, a crucial area for upper body movement and strength. I remember when I was training for Ninja Warrior competitions, I dislocated my shoulder so many times in the past that mobility was crucial to overcoming basic obstacles. I dislocated my shoulder during my first Ninja Warrior competition, so shoulder mobility and strengthening were very important before my next competition. If you have issues scratching your own back, this is what I did. There are 4 actions that we are going to focus on for the shoulders. Flexion is lifting your arms. I mostly did hanging to decompress the spine and stretch the shoulder. Another way is to lie on your stomach with your arms straight in front and lift a stick as high as you can, slowly adding weight. Extension, lifting your arms behind you straight, can also be on your stomach, arms down towards your legs, lifting a stick as high as you can, slowly adding weight. External and internal rotation is the action of elbows in your hips and your hand rotation away from you or towards you. These can be done at the same time, again on the ground but on your back, having your elbow out with your arm, making a 90-degree angle. Rotate that hand towards the ground near your head for external rotation and towards the ground near your hips for internal rotation, slowly adding weight to both actions. I forget the exact numbers, but it is recommended, not required, to be able to cover your ears with your arms straight, have a good distance away from your hips when doing the arm straight but away from you, to be able to go past your ears with external rotation and past 90 degrees with internal rotation. That should give you an idea. Now that our shoulders are feeling freer, let's address the lower back. A common trouble spot for many people. I used to struggle with lower back pain due to tight muscles and poor mobility from working construction. I did not want to be a typical old person trope or have pain, so I changed it. To relieve stress, the thing that helped me the most was just hanging. I could not believe how much pressure it relieved. It also made me stronger. If you haven't done any crawling or movement-based workouts, that would be the top recommendation as it moves your spine in so many directions, creating strength and mobility. If hanging isn't an option due to strength, or you just want a non-workout routine, I would do laying on the ground and bringing your knees to your chest, then a standing, bending over for a hamstring stretch. While standing, you can lower one arm at a time to the side, similar to a side crunch, seeing if you can touch your knee. Then a cobra stretch by being on your stomach and lifting your chest as high as you can comfortably. Last would be a crucifix stretch, which is laying down on the ground, bringing a knee over to the other side of your body. In the free workout plan and fitness app, our dynamic warm-up also hits many of these mobility issues, especially the spine and lower back, as it is so important. I remember being a kid and seeing my dad have many lower back issues and how much work he needed to do to get better from it. Finally, let's focus on the hips, a powerhouse of movement and stability that can often become tight and restricted. I had a gymnast who had incredible flexibility, but struggled with hip mobility. Think the bendiest back, but the worst splits possible. I'm not an expert in hip mobility, so what ended up helping them was some of the ankle mobility exercises since we were doing them as a team for a bit. The one that helped the most was doing a one-legged squat with the back leg straight. The goal was to get the hips nearly touching the front foot in the lunge. We started with height and slowly lowered that height. The other good news was that we were strengthening the hips with L-sits and Cossack squats already, so that helped speed up the process. The most important thing was that mobility is about adding flexibility and then strengthening in that area. If you can do something that does both of those things, your mobility will be beyond what you can imagine. By focusing on specific mobility areas and adding these exercises into your routine, such as for a cool down, morning wake up routine, or even a warm up, you can unlock your full movement potential. Mobility is the foundation of a functional, pain-free, high-performing body. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe. If you want even more, such as the free workout plan, which comes with a fitness app, meal plan, and free coaching to increase that body weight movement potential and be more mobile, visit our website at awesomeninjafitness.com or check the description. Keep pushing your limits, stay mobile, and stay awesome.